Okay. What's he hanging? Do you
No, no, this is other issues.
know? That's too bad. Is he acting for you?
No, I don't think so. I'd be surprised if he even gets to go.
Okay. Is that bad?
Yeah. I mean, that's Larry Harshbarger is the one that he told me he hadn't seen him and it was Ramos.
Okay. I miss a little.
I do too. I don't know what's going on in the world.
It's kept me up for you.
Well, I've got 7:02, so I'm going to call the Monday, December 7th meeting of the Utility Service Board to order. We were going to start today, we'll start with a moment of silence. But then let me get the recording going too. Gotta find a place to record. Okay. Okay, we're recording. We're going to take a moment of silence in memory of Pearl Harbor, 1941, December 7th. Heard of one of the survivors is 104 years old just this last week. And so I think we need to remember those who are still with us and those who passed that day and the many that did in the war afterwards. So let's take a moment of silence and then we'll have the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Joe, do you want to say anything about Pearl Harbor Day?
No, it's just something that goes back to 2,403 people that were killed that day, and how it's affected our country and our lifestyle ever since. And we're very fortunate that we were able to recover from that and kill the tyrants that started that.
Yes, sir. Okay, gotcha. All right, bye.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Can't couldn't get you. He said you're in. He's in now.
Okay. Let's have a roll call, Andrew. Okay.
All right. Joe Root,
Present.
Mike Reader,
Present.
Rick Bennett, Rosie, Kip Brewer,
Present.
Mike Kelly.
Present. Thank you. I know Mark's out there, that's public. Any other public comments? You have the minutes of our last meeting, which was November the 16th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Joe makes a motion that we pass accept the minutes as presented. I didn't hear who the second was. Me. Mike Reader. Any other comments or questions? Roll call, please, Andrew.
Rick Bennett. Mike Reader,
Aye.
Joe Root,
Aye.
Kip Brewer, Mike Kelly.
Aye. We'll go to the general manager section with, and there's some, first thing we'll talk about there is the salary resolutions.
Yeah, I turned it in, Mike's got it all in the packet, there was 10 salary resolutions that covers all the departments. And everybody was figured at a 2% increase. So that's what's in those salary resolutions. That's exactly what we're budgeting.
Okay, these are salary resolutions numbers 2021-12-07 through -07-01 through that same number, 2021-12-07-10. And I'm looking if any discussion or a motion to approve
I'll make a
that
motion-
resolution series.
I'll make a motion, we approve the salary resolutions 01 through 010 as presented.
Could you say again, Rick? I missed it. Yes.
I have, okay, with that was with one exception. If you look at resolution 2020-12-07-06. Because of a number of duties above the line, the normal job description is what we call on that list to do. I'm going to make a motion for consideration that individual received previously this year as recognition for quite a few tasks that were ongoing. We did an excellent job at.
Comments?
I can second that motion.
Okay.
Is that Andrews?
Yes, that's Andrew.
So we're gonna change
There's,
it.
we'll back up. We'll take a look at, resolution 2020-12-07-06, which called for a 2%. And there's a motion on the floor to amend that to 3%. In a second. Is that how I understand it?
Yes. Correct.
Is that how you understand it, Rick?
That is how I understand it, Mike.
Okay, I'll call for a roll call vote on resolution 2020-12-07-06 amended to 3%. Roll call.
Mike Krieger,
Aye. Aye.
You get it, Andrew? Aye. Yeah, aye.
Joe Ruth,
Aye.
Rick Huntington. Aye. Kim Brewer. Aye. Mike Kelly.
Aye. Unanimous.
Hey, Mike,
Yes,
if you guys start to sign these, I already edited this one and I got it changed. And I will have it over to you before you guys leave.
okay, thank you. Now, let's, I'll look for a motion of 01 through 05 and 07 through 10.
So,
Is that your, let's go back to your motion, Joe?
correct.
A second, Mike?
Yes, that.
Okay. Let's do a roll call on the remaining resolutions. Andrew, please.
Rick Huntington. Aye. Mike Krieger.
Aye.
Is that an aye?
Yes.
My volume.
Joe Ruth,
Aye.
Kim Brewer. Aye. Mike Kelly.
Aye. Okay, we'll have that amended one over here before we leave tonight. The next item that I show on the agenda is, Todd, it might be Marty Bowe, is a task order from, I believe, from Westler.
Yeah, I think, well, this has to do with, the SCADA system for the wastewater expansion and to upgrade all of our lift stations. Yeah, that's what those documents are, those are in the package. And Marty, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to explain more in detail what those are, if you would, please.
Certainly, thank you. The first, it would be the amendment number 1 to our existing agreement for the wastewater treatment plant expansion. This amendment would be adding the scope for the SCADA system and would include the ignition software. We have reviewed and designed around with PJ and Mike, Todd, and everyone. And then also it will include the software and then all of our programming services, and then also the 2 servers. This is eligible for funding through the SRF program, 3-year bond. And the money was set aside in the bond proceeds for this. If approved by the utility board, then you would forward that to state revolving fund, to the IFA, for their approval, so that then it would then be included in your invoices to them. And it would just go on, just as our services are for construction administration and for resident project representative, those would then just go on our bills and then go into SRF. And then the second document is a new proposal, and that is for SCADA programming of all your lift stations. There are 10 lift stations. This would include the design of the how they're going to appear and function. Brian Price, with our firm, is here, and he's worked pretty extensively with PJ to really line things out. That we're going to design it around 3 different types of packages based on which lift station fits in those packages. And then it's going to be designed such that the utility will be able to do a lot of the work themselves. And then Brian and probably Brian Mathis, our programmer, would then be working with PJ and do the programming, which would then go on to the ignition software. Ignition system being done for the wastewater management. We previously had given on lift stations, we previously given a proposal and budgeted that $50,000, but after discussions and knowing where the utility is with regard to revenues, having about a 10% revenue loss this year, Brian and I have gone back and whittled down and agreed to cut our fee basically in half, down to $25,000 for that proposal, in an effort to just continue our long-term relationship and work with the utility to help out. Both these documents also have 2 new things in them that we haven't had before. One of them is that we will only bill up to 90% of our total pre-completion of the project, and then we will hold the last 10% billing until the work is complete and PJ, and Mike has signed off on it and said, yeah, you're complete, and then we will bill that last 10%. So that acts kind of as a retainage, if you will, but we agreed to do that. And then we also revised the signature pages so that all the utility board members are signed. So those are the 2 documents with a brief description. Hopefully I'm not too abbreviated, but Brian and I are happy to answer any questions.
Mike, you were familiar with this?
Yes.
And Kent, how about you?
I got one part of that, guys, some of the added expenses, obviously when some of the bond stuff came out, the I-65 project, those lift stations out there were not, that hadn't been decided for. So some of the additional costs to get all the way out there to I-65 to get that data back in. One thing, and PJ might answer this one, under drawing step number 1, I believe Risky spelled RISSE,
That's correct.
Yeah, that's just adding, we knew all along there was going to be some additional cost on this. We just didn't know for sure whether the county was going to go on out there and once that all happened and such this high cost.
Okay, Joe, you have any questions?
Yeah.
Rick, how about you? Do you have any questions?
I don't have a question, Mike, but I do want to acknowledge Marty and his team for essentially, working with members on this project. And I like the idea that you're being that. So I appreciate that.
I too, and it's a good relationship, and hopefully we can continue that. I'm looking for a motion to approve this task order, the two-part task order that we have before us, and then Todd, I'll need copies of it over here to sign.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Ken, a second by Mike Reeder. Then let's go with a roll call.
Ken and Mike, right?
Yes.
Rick Onion? Aye. Joe Root?
Aye.
Yes, and
My speaker's not working either, Joe.
Mike Reeder?
Aye.
Ken Brewer? Aye. Mike Kelly?
aye.
I can hear those guys and I'm can't.
It's, yeah. Okay, back to Marty, if you want to stay, you're more than welcome. You and Brian, we didn't get to hear anything from Brian, but I know he was on here, so, but if you want to fade out, that's perfectly okay. But Todd, we're going to continue with anything that you might have.
Well, before Marty takes off, we've put out the bid for our MS4 package for next year for 4 people. Westlers was the only one that, they'll put a bid back, or a quote back for us. And it's the same service, same amount of money as what it was in 2020 with a not to exceed $30,000. And this year we haven't been close to that number. So I'd like to go ahead and get a motion as well over here to proceed with our MS4 project with Westlake.
So moved.
Mike Reeder makes that motion, and Joe seconds it. He beat you, yeah.
Joe?
Aye.
Is that correct? Joe seconded?
Yes. Now we can have a roll call.
Rick Onion? Aye. Joe Root?
Aye.
Mike Reeder?
Aye.
Ken Brewer? Aye. Mike Kelly?
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you, Marty.
Thanks, Marty. If there's nothing else, I think I'll go ahead and log off.
That's perfectly okay.
Have a good evening. All right, thanks. God, we'll be in touch tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Thank you.
All right, back to Todd. Got anything more for us?
Yeah, I think, one thing we need to discuss, obviously, the big elephant in the room is the last couple of last Monday, and of course, the one last night. I think everybody's aware that, last Monday, a week ago, that Duke lost the transmission line over by the middle school and shut us down until they got to town. What they've done is they've done some switching to get the power back up. And then they came back to this line after it was powered back up. That was our hiccup last week. And then last night, our sub, our Wilmington sub that we just put online on Wednesday went down last night about 6 o'clock. And Duke Energy had 5 gentlemen here looking at the situation because it locked out their buses, some of their main buses. And it opened up our transformer just like it should. And when they got their relay transmission up here, they found that a current transformer inside the big transformer was wired backwards to where it should be. Now, it was wired according to the spec for the schematic that was drawn up by Spectrum Engineering. And they caught it. And then the guy his name was Rob from Duke Energy rewired it last night and had us fire up a transformer. We put a small load on it and everything seems to be fine. So they went ahead and had us completely load the transformer just
just like the one that's going down, it's just a, not have this is like or anything like that, so we're not going to complete operations. All that being said, now that things are starting to go on, we do the expected engineering, that who's following this was. Expected engineering, business status, of course. Yeah, she can do is not expect everything, make sure that we do that. But my ultimate thinking is expected engineering is what I'm having. And I've discussed it with them today. The role of lecture will be further discussed tomorrow as well. And there they are. I don't think they expect the role of all the other classes that we have last night for this decision because it's not us and it's us.
Let me clarify, yeah. I think I would say that on the last slide, the internal regulation transformer, transformer was actually water password, all of water connected bridge.
Correct.
I think that was expected.
Me too.
We don't change it. Yeah,
No.
I want to start with it. I'm going to let the workers for the over hour ago. And the 3 days to check out. All those people driving they're lucky to have their experience with all her friends who drive.
Well, that being said, the thing went down to those houses, and it was not just spikes or anything like that. So for her appliances to go down, I'm skeptical on that.
I understand. A lot of people are saying, what time, but you need to go forward.
Yeah.
But the way I'm going to do it, fingers are really right. I just want to cross that out. I'm very glad that this mayor again that they're involved.
You know, and all the safety equipment on our end is active exactly like it's good. With the transformer open, you see the fault, and it is exactly what it's supposed to be. So the modifications of the to that substation is working correctly, and it just doesn't have to plug in.
And you asked for letters of June explaining that problem with the impact.
I can tell you, yes, I was here the whole time with them, so I know exactly what they were doing, talking about. But yeah, the only no deals on that is exactly what they've done.
They have a person actually today expected from that requirement.
I do not expect engineering. Oh, the terminal was wired wrong,
Yeah,
yes.
the person from the
Yes. Yeah, his name was Rob, but I do not know his last name. So I can-
Okay, we'll want to get his name and contact information.
Okay. Okay.
And then anybody else who is out there working on it and then what was going on, I'll probably want to get that information. Just so we can have it.
Yeah, they had their substation manager was here and 3 substation techs and then the relay techs here. So it was a pretty, it was all hands on deck.
If you contact them, if you could contact them and just have them with you at a minimum, the people who are out there, and then also write down our guys who are out there. So that way, if it does go to litigation, we've got people who can reach out to, and prefer to have their name, full name, and at least like contact information.
Okay, I can get that.
I got, I'll add a little bit to that. I guess, you know, I want to apologize to all the board members. Imagine all of you get phone calls as I was getting, and as a liaison for election, Todd and I were in communication. And at the time, you know, I should have probably sent a text out to everybody and said we're working on it and anything else, but, I think Todd had sent me a text at 10 minutes to 12 last night. That's when it decided, when they found what went wrong. And so, in the meantime, I didn't send no text. I should have sent something out to inform all of you that, you know, at the time we didn't know that we were gonna have to switch back to the fairground stuff. And so it was kind of a wait and hold instead of just coming out and saying, we're gonna blame you, we're gonna blame inspection, until we knew what the problem was. It was really no sense of sending something out that unfortunately got on social media and wrong outfit got blamed. You know, kind of my fault because I didn't reach out to the rest of the board and let you know where we were at and what was actually going on. On my radio communication, you know, sorry about that.
Well, you know, and I also was in communication with Todd as well, and did put out some things to the board about the status of things at certain times. And also trying to make sure that the public was knowing as much as we could tell them about the outage. You know, we told them at one point when I saw that it was said that it would be over about 8 o'clock, I kind of wish we hadn't had a time on it. But at 8, actually the thing completed at 8:29, and I think given the situation and all the people we had to get here from distances and getting our crews together, I want to give Bill Farrow and his guys a real a round of applause, I guess, for what they were able to do. And it wasn't the very best of working conditions out there, even though it wasn't raining, it wasn't snowing, but it was plenty cold and very dark, because there's a lot of darkness in those parts of town. So I told them that last night. For the record, I want to go on board for the board as saying, job well done, guys. And it was led by Phil, and I think he did a yeoman job of making sure that everything happened correctly.
We did it, I think, correctly, because they actually did it twice, like they switched to the fairground sub and they switched back up sub. So, but the second time they had lights, they had street lights and stuff to help them. The first time they did, you're right, it was absolutely dark out here. And I don't know if anybody has ever had the opportunity, Mike did last night, I know another time. One of these days when they're doing switching, I would let you guys listen to it. It's why we address this. It's pretty demanding, and they do it in a very, very safe manner. Of course, so my kids are helping staging power.
I think I noticed last night the safety is the key issue, because they communicate double everything that's going on, so that there's a confirmation of before a switch is opened or closed or whatever. So again, for Phil and those guys, well done. Anybody else have any comments?
I got one other comment. I talked to Bob, once we get the plane, we had an invoice in a plane to Spectrum Engineering that we were told pay, making recommendations that we would plane until maybe pointing it's only because this invoice is directly related to this sub installation. And so we will be pulling that claim. I'll make the recommendation when the claim comes, we will pull that until the state of England gets it.
And I totally agree with that.
From my perspective, I'm not just looking for any information from you or Todd. The facts and the last thing I want to do is have someone give you something that works for we didn't more done. I'm not here by us, I have people contact me, but there's no sense in spreading information. I think it's right thing, and I'm not the way we're meeting. It turns out great government. I do wonder, questions before letter of representation, writing, that at no level, technical, explain, recently the substation was upgraded. All the mistakes, all the situations that occurred, not correct. My concern is, I'm already hearing a lot about the rate, you keep the lights on there, even after the rate increases. I'm like, it's all, almost there. If you want to pull the wire lines and look at the wire lines, I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, because I was walking my first way places. That's what I was getting to, so I did do that. Okay.
This is Alicia. I'm being very cautious with putting, I don't have a problem with saying something was wired incorrectly, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was Spectrum's fault, just because it sounded like it wasn't Spectrum's fault. We put out this information that they traced us, that it was, that we claimed it was their fault, that it's important to determine it was not their fault for some reason, then actually we are committing liable and potentially getting ourselves in trouble there. So I would just put, if you're going to put out some sort of letter, I would not mention, you know, you can say that it requires directly and they take all the results, but I would specifically say, hey, it's Spectrum's fault, because until that is determined, either because they accept the fault or it's determined in court, we don't want to put ourselves in a position where we're calling out a company and then we find out that the court says something different and now we potentially disrupt their business and cause damage and all that stuff. That's my thought.
Agree. My thought was more about, you know, in a way, without laying blame, making a statement, basically said, the spider doesn't have this spider, all white people, we have an armed job, our right to take it. This was a situation outside of our duty. It is not.
I know that, as long as you're not saying, hey, this person's fault when that happened and it didn't take care.
I would just, I'd like, for anything that goes to the public, I'd like for it to go through Alicia first, please.
You have to speak on that one way or the other, since I read communications and I was reading.
Well, it would be tough, right, because it was only part of our system, it was outside of the whole system, I don't know how we're gonna reach just as people that are affected. With that, you know.
I think a lot of people who work perfectly are aware of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because of Facebook.
And 10 years ago, I was the last house on his one, fire sugar in Clinton County. And I think they lost power once in 5 years. And that's my reference.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can work on something to get it out there. I mean, what we do, the easiest thing to do would be just to stuff something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, anything else, for the, of general nature?
Not for the electric, I got a couple of things, just to keep everybody on the, sewer maintenance, continue to forecasting and sewer cleaning and counting, and also using the sewer stuff, GPS locating stuff, so that's what they want to do. From the water standpoint, the permit, we applied for a permit, provide them to review the water lines on that street. We got a permit today, or back today, and it's good for 1 year, so we have 1 year to work on that program. And it's not a big project, I believe, something. The meter was set for the meters now. The town was set today for the new HV building. So that's supposed to get that out very well. And it needs to total under 65. So now the water projects are probably about 6 to 8 weeks away. Wastewater, the stuff reports, the year, it's just a little fun fact at the end of everything here. So far, there's been an estimated 3,100 cubic yards of concrete poured during the wastewater expansion. Somewhere around 310 concrete trucks have been out there.
Amazing. Any board members have any other questions for Todd during this general session? If not, we'll move to claims. I'm looking for a motion to approve the claims with the exception of the spectrum, which will be held.
I'll make a motion, we approve the claim.
Okay, Rick got that.
Okay.
Joe, Rick makes a motion, and Joe seconds. And we're ready for roll call, Andrew. Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Rick David, Tim Brewer, Mike Johnson.
Aye. Anything legally to bring us up to date on, Alicia?
The only thing is, and I first thought about this morning, so we were in the first plan from YFN to substation. And as it turned out, YFN has changed names and they have mortgage on the property. And at this point, with the mortgage, they cannot get the mortgage to release from that one acre. So they're essentially reached out to me to find out if it would be all right with doing a backdoor way of kind of releasing the mortgage, but not really releasing the mortgage. And since that was the state had I finished less was not comfortable with that. So I reached out to these people today to see if there were any alternative. And the previous email that he sent me, he basically said if the city doesn't accept this alternative, that they weren't interested anymore in selling the property because it would be extremely costly and time consuming to get that mortgage released from that money acre. And it would be worthwhile to kind of the way that it was presented to me. So I did reach out to the other attorneys to see if they can help me through. I don't have my expectations of whether it's going to be able to do, and I don't know if the city is going to want to change their mind. Basically, if you put the city on the hook for the mortgage, which less than people like comfortable with, the mortgage is, I think, over $200,000, and they were willing to indemnify us up to the purchase price for 1 acre, but not for the full $200,000, less than very comfortable with that. So we have to put and look for something else if that doesn't work out. And I know that we spent time and effort running on that, and I did need to get back to the other attorney, but I didn't hear anything back.
You have a reasonable claim,
No, I'm gonna talk to Sharon, trying to get a hold of Sharon today. I'm gonna talk to him and see if it's not out there that has a section of land. Right now, we have put all our eggs in one basket on this one, so we're gonna start from scratch, but I'm gonna start with Sharon.
I'm thinking two questions. What do you need to, like, you need that, and exercise is going to help that way.
That may work.
I think it's all around of the power to reduce the size of the
what about the airport? Owned by the city and the county.
I don't know if
I don't think you
we
can.
don't have a circuit goes out, I think we have a 3-phase line, but I don't know what they will do, Ken, on the, I don't know what kind of trouble we run into there, but they're trying to stuff like that. So we can find right now, right now, all options are on the table. So I'm looking for anything, so, let me do something, get it like that.
We could go, look at that section of land just to the west, I call the old, road. Which will put us more towards Jefferson. On the south side of 28. Right there are, road substation.
Yeah,
You'll go a little farther west.
okay, all right. Also, I'm gonna start working on it, like I said, I'm trying to reach out to Shannon, see if there's any possibilities, still looking at the park, and, I will continue on the road. And see what we can come up with.
Any other? About old business? Under new business, I have listed that, a contract with the city light and power workers, through that union. And, Todd, you want to take us through that?
Yeah, so we,
You can, I guess, and Mike.
it's been 4 weeks ago now. Yeah.
And, with the union executive board, we have kind of handled some things out in the changes they, to the vacation schedule, which actually the vacation schedule they want to put into the contract mirrors the city of utility handler. So now they're trying to no-brainer that they do real quick as a process of conflict with everybody else. And the other thing was, they lowered starting wage to a labor, or whatever you want to call it, or hour, and do it down to $18 a minute. So it's due to the building departments and so forth. And, then they had an increase of 2% this year, 2.5% next year, 2.5% the year after that. That's the only change in the state contract to the previous one. And it's been approved by the union, it's been signed by the president and secretary of the union, so all the union to do with it. Next motion that we accept. We need to talk about that.
Second.
That motion by Kent and second by Mike Reeder. Further discussion?
And one quick one.
Yeah.
Are there any changes with regard to the employee issue with respect to union employees?
No,
Okay, thank you.
I'll call for roll call.
Hendricks, Joe Weaver,
Aye.
Mike Reeder,
Aye.
Kip Brewer, Mike Kelly.
Aye. And I'd like to thank Kent and Mike Reeder and Todd for their work on this. I know that it's there was a lot of time involved for them, and also it's just also I need to say thank you to the employees, because I think they were very obliging and cordial in this whole thing, and come up with an agreement that everyone's happy with.
yeah, it was very good. Like, it was very good, very good. It was just a good process. I think it was good.
Okay, other new business.
I have one, I guess it's all the assurances. We recently had a board member who was here, who I believe retired. And then there's this other board member, myself, that he's got a beard, or I think I have to see. What do you have to add the story? I went as far as another board member, and I got, asked to join a company in the other part of the region. And I've done that with the police department, and I do the relative kind of regular during the day and like the winter classes. So if you send me a text and I don't respond, you come to the career,
as we close, one of the things I want to remind you is, if you have the opportunity to stop by the electric office to sign the salary resolutions, and also there's a signature area for everyone on the Westler Task Force or Task Order. And even though the city electric power contract does not have lines for it, has a line for for me to sign, I would like for you all to sign that as well. You can just, we don't have to have a line, you can just sign your name on that. And those will all be available in the electric office the next few days so that you can get in there to do that. And the claims are there are 3 signatures on the claims, so, but we'd like to have everyone if possible.
Really, the one that after everybody else signs it, we're gonna get like in the back, or put it in an envelope and drop off to your house for you, would that work better for you? How late do you need somebody here?
Well,
If you tell me what day you're gonna be doing, I'll make sure I'm here for you. To get it signed. No, that's fine.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, that works.
Thank you.
Anything else for the good of the cause tonight?
Mike, I had everything you need, I got the list of stuff printed off already, and I had that change that resolution right up to, so I'll be over.
Okay. I would look for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
If you want to, well, I'll stay on for a while. If you want to stay on, ask questions or whatever after the fact. As far as the official meeting's over, I'm stopping the recording.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.